every continent bar one. In Africa, the challenge is huge. The bush roads are the toughest for cars and drivers. But when they visit the Andean foothills, it's the lack of oxygen at altitude that's the problem. Next stop, down under, rough stuff in New Zealand and Australia.
Spacecraft spinning slowly out of sight.
If you like speed, look no further than Scandinavia. 140 miles an hour on snow in Sweden and 140-foot jumps in Finland. Europe's home to most of the rounds of the World Championship. It's also home to some of the best roads in the world, like those up above the Riviera. But also in northeastern Spain, the French island of Corsica, and around the Moselle vineyards of western Germany, all tarmac. Europe also provides the sternest of the gravel tests. The classic Acropolis rally in Greece destroys cars, and the Rally of Cyprus is no holiday.
Of course, it's not like that in Britain at the end of the season, where there's mud and fog and rain to make it rallying heaven, if you like a challenge.
Don't stop just yet.
But the year kicks off this weekend with the most famous rally of them all, Monte Carlo, where you get everything from ice and snow to asphalt and sun. So this is how the year looks. 14 rounds, all on Channel 4. From Monte Carlo we travel to the snow of Sweden, then to the twisting asphalt of the Mediterranean, before the world's best gravel from South America to Africa. Back to Europe for the tarmac, and then down under for more gravel, before finishing here in Great Britain.
To negotiate the ups and downs of the World Rally Championship, you need skill, stamina, no fear, and a co-driver. And that's what makes this motorsport unique. Sitting in the driving seat, you've got ultimate control at your fingertips and your feet. So why would you need somebody to sit there? And more precisely, why would someone want to sit here? It's a dangerous place.
I think fear is probably a co-driver's biggest enemy, because if you're scared, then you can't do your job properly.
Co-driving is a very fine art. You certainly have to have a great nerve, and I would say it's probably the biggest adrenaline rush that you'd ever wish to have.
60 easy left times maybe. 60 fast left minus times maybe. 50 medium right minus.
Have you ever thought that maybe the co-driver's in control of the driver?
Carlos, si no pude joderlo, pero grítame. Pero si no me dio tiempo a avisarte, si me pongo un segundo. Cuando quise avisarte estaba, pues nada más acabo de calentar.
It's the ultimate trust. If I'm telling him to go over a crest in 6th gear, you know, there is an unwritten trust there.
Early 6 right 30, don't catch 1 left minus.
I'm telling him what gear he should use. I'm telling him what his braking points are. I'm telling him which position to push the throttle. So, okay, he's got the steering wheel and he's got the throttle, but I'm the guy who's in control.
Listen, just keep your patience.
Now we hear you shouting all the time through the stage at Colin. What on earth are you saying?
Basically, it's our pace notes for the stage. I'm describing the road, basically, and the gear, the line, and what have you.
And these are some of them. Just talk me through quickly what this says.
Okay, it's obviously all designed by myself on my own system. 6 left, 6 gear left, and a short distance, crest, and slow 3 left opens. Now you're just going over a crest, a short distance then to slow 3 left. It's the slowest 3rd gear corner we have, but then it exits
faster.
Quicker.
Yep.
So that's opens.
How far ahead of the corner do you read this information?
Generally, on the quicker stuff, you may be reading 2 corners ahead, but normally I'm only just 1 corner ahead because he likes to have it just right.
And 6 left into 5 right plus over crest. 100. 6 left minus line. And 5 right plus opens over crest. Okay. Spot on. Well done.
Even with a co-driver sitting here to show them where to go, these guys have got to be able to drive with precision. And we need to give you just a little flavour of what that's all about. I've got our own Robbie Head sitting alongside me. He's a former British rally star, he's a former Subaru test driver, and you're going to see a lot more of him on Channel 4 this year. So let's get a little taste of what it's all about. Take it away, Robbie.
One of the first things I'm going to show you is left foot braking. Basically, it's a way of using the brakes. Rather than using my right foot conventionally, I'm using my left foot when I'm balancing the car, and it's a lot quicker because I don't have to take my right foot off the accelerator. Basically, I'm just balancing the car between understeer and oversteer around all these bends. A power slide is when you balance the car through the corner on the throttle. And I'll try and do that down here, so let's give it a go. Fifth gear, now braking down the third gear, put the car in, and I've got it on the throttle. Sliding the car through the bend, on the throttle, balancing it, the steering and throttle. The car's basically floating all the time. This surface may seem out of control from the outside, but hopefully it's in control.
Wow!
And that's a power slide.
The back really goes out.
The whole idea is to create a state of unbalance in the car, use the pendulum motion of the car and carry as much speed through the corner as we can. So let's have a go. Going to build up speed, fourth gear, going to brake down.
Well, I think we might have managed that. You said using the royal we.
Yeah, what exactly did you do?
Yeah. Robert, you're always tugging away on the handbrake all the time. I'd only use that if I was at the local supermarket parking up. What are you doing?
Yeah, we've got a different technique for it, John. Helps us get round the tight hairpin corners. Have a look at this. First gear, on the handbrake, round we go.
That'd go down really well at my local supermarket.
I'm sure you would be popular.
I like that one better. Well, that was fun, but now it's down to business because the 2002 World Rally Championship starts here tomorrow with the oldest and most glamorous rally of them all, Monte Carlo.
Even if you know next to nothing about rallying, you'll have heard of the Monte. Well known for the halcyon days of the 50s and 60s when the mischievous Mini Coopers and the winning British drivers like Paddy Hobkirk inspired the movie makers. But there's been rallying in Monaco almost as long as there have been cars. It started in 1911 when crews had a week to make the perilous journey across the snowbound Alps to reach the Principality, where the serious motoring began. The format of the event may have changed over the years, but the hazardous conditions can still break even the best drivers. The combination of dry asphalt with ice and snow make tyre choice the key to winning here. Just ask Tommy Mäkinen. A Brit may not have won here in 34 years, but the Flying Finn is going for his fourth successive victory. And you can see all the action from Monte Carlo in our nightly coverage, starting Friday night at 8 p.m. here on Channel 4.
OK, guys, well, we've seen it, we've heard it all. Cards on the table. Who's going to win?
For the championship, I'm going to go for Colin McRae. His odds are 100 to 30. He's revved up because Burns has won it, and he won't be happy with that. But for Monte Carlo, it's a bit of a lottery. I think I'm going to go for Grönholm in a Peugeot.
I'm talking of lottery. It could be the driest Monte for years. So I'm going to go for the two Frenchmen, Gilles Panizzi in the Peugeot, Philippe Bulgalski in the Citroën. But for the championship, Tommy Mäkinen's got a twinkle in his eye, and he's in the car that Burns used last year.
Yeah, I like Mäkinen for Monte Carlo because he knows his way around these hills more than anybody else. But I take the Englishman. At 3-1, not good odds, but I take Richard Burns for the championship. Well, those are our predictions. See if they come true. Join us tomorrow night.
Don't miss. As for next Thursday, Driven is back. Details coming right up.